Hey Ed, how are you doing? You all right, Ed? AK Lady. Hello there. I'm doing well, Ed. I'm doing well. I'm doing really good. Hey Tommy, how you doing there? Oh, Eric Brandon is here too. Let's see who else. I'm waiting for some other people to pop up on here. So hey, I guess we can just get started. People just have to chime in and come in here. But anyway, hey man, I'm doing really good. I've been super busy. Yeah, it's that time of the year for me here in California. We went from sweatshirt weather to freaking summer. Well, it's really not summer yet. It's not 105 yet, but it will be. I have a feeling that with all that rain we had, we're going to wind up with some freaking hot, hot days. So anyway, it's been a while since I've been on here, and I know I promised you guys last week that well, I didn't promise. I said I was going to try to do another live stream last weekend, but I was just so busy last weekend with the Easter holiday and all that stuff, and it was just crazy. I worked pretty much all weekend last weekend and worked every day since, and so been busy. I'm always busy this time of the year. Hey, Chopper Dave, how you been? So anyway, man, here's the thing. Since I last talked to you guys, a lot has been going through my mind, and I'm getting really tired of sitting around waiting on all this stuff to unfold. This is just not my style. I mean, uh, I see here today. I just now got a text message today saying that Westminster police are at it again. Do they not hire real cops in Colorado? Because where I live, our cops don't go around shooting people for throwing rocks. Yeah, I just got a text message a while ago from somebody, and they were. I'm not going to say their name because I don't know if they want me saying their name on live stream or not. But yeah, Westminster Police gunned another man down. Uh, of course, the 17th district is going to investigate. You better watch out. Them guys at the 17th district, they mean business. Those guys, man, once they start investigating shit, they'll get to the bottom of it, like they did Timmy's. Yeah, yeah, they got to the bottom of Timmy's. All right, his folder just sit on the freaking desk collecting dust for 6 months, waiting out that 180 days or whatever it was. But anyway, so these guys over here in Westminster, Colorado, they just think they are just something, man. They think they are just the baddest dudes that walk the face of this earth. They get to kill people and get away with it. Yeah, because they have their mayor, they have their commander, and they even have their deputy chief baron. Them all people covering all this stuff up. And the chief of police. You talk to him and he doesn't know anything. He has to refer you to somebody else. He gives you the freaking runaround. Well, that they're not going to kill my son and get away with it. Hey, Regan. Yeah, they're not going to get to. Nobody's going to kill my kid and get away with it. Legally, I'm going to do some things. I'm not going to talk about it here tonight because there's some stuff that's going to unfold real quick for these cops here in Westminster. And, they must be a bunch of sissies, man. Some guy out there throwing rocks and you got to gun them down and, and then they got to lie about stuff. And it's like, you know, I know I get on here and I talk and I ramble and I rave and I say all kinds of stuff and I'm entitled to that. I mean, they just blew my son away and lied about it. They lied about it all the way from the get go. You know, the autopsy that they were supposedly doing. I've already talked about it. I've talked about it with you guys on here before. I know there's things about Timmy that I'm not going to disclose on here right now, and his family members. We all know things about Timmy that should have been, that should have been made knowledge. So yeah, that toxology report. That's a bullshit toxology report too. I mean, and then Timmy don't need a knife to chase after anybody. He don't. Timmy, and so the thing of it is they think that we're stupid. Just because I mow lawns doesn't make me stupid, dude. I mean, just because I mow lawns don't make me stupid at all. I just haven't said. I'm not a very nice individual when you go and kill my kid, and so uh, and it's in my hands to do it, and I am going to do it, and I am not going to go away. I am going to fight this until I die, because justice isn't really going to be ever served if you don't fight. And I feel really bad for you people that live in Colorado that you guys have uh, such a screwed up system. And I'm not saying that it's just Colorado. I mean, it could be happening here, but we don't. I have family and friends that are in law enforcement. They don't go around killing people for throwing rocks. They don't do that stuff. I but see, here's the thing: is these guys just keep getting away with it, and they're getting braver, and they're getting braver. And if you Westminster Police Department or you mayor or whatever you think you want to call yourself, you can't call yourself the mayor because you don't do what you're supposed to do. Chief of Police over there, Tim Carlson, you don't even do your job. Your job is to work. You're the boss, man, dude. You're supposed to know. Oh, you're supposed to know what your officers are doing out there. Hey, Juan, but you don't do that. You don't do that. You just take our money. You take my money that I work hard for, and I've been working hard here for the last couple of weeks. I've been coming home, man, at 9:30 at night. Bam! I feel like I took some freaking drugs, man. I just bam, fall asleep. You know, that's Of course, it's we went from have sweatshirt weather to freaking t-shirts and shorts in like a day's time. Yeah, we were down in the 60s, and then all of a sudden jumps up to 92. Man, that's pretty hot for an old guy like me. I'm glad my brother is helping me now, so things are gonna get there. Yeah, Herb the mayor, he hates people. Regan, yeah, he don't see it, and he should be there because he loves people. Yeah, Regan, that's right. He hates people. No, blue lives don't matter. All lives matter. All lives matter. Yes, I do, Ed, and I just mentioned that a minute ago. They just shot another man down today for throwing rocks. That was a huge threat to them big badass police officers. Yeah, they show up and they get out of the car, and this guy's throwing rocks at them. So they're gonna kill him. Why? Because it's Friday and they've got a little league baseball game to attend to tomorrow, or maybe tonight. They're eating pizza, and they just really don't feel like dealing with this guy. Maybe they're not very tough because you know uh, there's a lot of choice things I'd like to say, but I can't. And that's one thing that's really got me pissed off a lot. The morning, I'm over mourning for my son Timmy. I'll mourn probably all my life off and on, but the rest of my life. But no, it's time to kick ass. And you know what? And this other shooting just pissed me off even more. It's sad. It's actually pretty sad. Yeah, I. It's pretty sad that you have police officers that are supposedly trained, but yet their only source of training is how to fire a weapon. Any fool can stand there and shoot a gun. I mean, anybody can. I shot guns when I was a kid. I still could probably hit you when you're running 100 yards away. I could probably still hit you. And I haven't fired a gun in 40 years. I don't need a gun. I don't put myself in situations to where I need a gun. You know, I pay taxes to pay these guys uh, in Westminster to go and kill people. That's what yeah, you guys all too, everybody on here, you guys all work, you all have jobs, you pay taxes. These guys getting paid for killing people. And I'm quite sure it's pretty much in other states the same thing, you know? And that's one thing that I used to tell my kids a lot, and there's growing up, is when you go out of state, you better learn the laws of that state, and you better keep your nose clean and all that stuff. But, you know, because they kill people with it for being high on cocaine. In Westminster, Colorado, they do. They did. They do. For throwing rocks, not for real crimes like armed robberies and you know kidnapping and stuff like that. They kill you. But I wonder what they would do if they actually had an armed robbery there with some bad guys, with some real bad guys with real guns shooting them down. Or I wonder how Louis Engelberg would feel if one of his fellow friends showed up and blew his kid away. Do you think Chris Hempelman would like that? I heard the Hempelmans are a big thing. And yeah, that's right, Chris Hempelman. Don't think I forgot about you. Just because we haven't been talking about you doesn't mean we've forgotten about you. I haven't forgot about any of you guys. I saw you over there, Mister Engelberg, taking this badge that Regan sent out there. I saw you. You got your hands on that badge. What did it make you feel like? And I know you're watching these because a lot of people are watching these. But there's a lot of people that have come on here and watch these, but they're too chicken shit to let themselves be known. That's right, you're chicken shit. Your keyboard, hide behind a keyboard. You could not dare step up in somebody's face and talk your shit, or you'd shoot them. That's right. And I kind of ran, and I'm sorry, but I had to get that off my chest. I just got pissed off when I seen that. It's like another guy shot, and then I looked at it. What is it? The judicial system and number 17, 17th team, the investigation team. Yeah, they're the serious guys, man. They're serious. Mark Schwisser, all them guys, Dean Delano, all them people over there, they're serious investigators. They're after you, man. If you kill somebody, you do something wrong in their city, they're going to get you. They won't stop until it's over with. Is the stream bad? Everybody's being able to see it? Okay, I guess it's fine. Um, but right now, this time of the year, Timmy Henley, man, he's so much a football fanatic. He's a football junkie. He would be glued to Sports Center right now, and he would be texting me. He would be texting me right and left about Dad, 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 Dad. Did you see who got these? Did you see who got these? Who got who? What team got which player? Did you see which player is going where? Ooh, Vikings just picked up this guy. Stuff like that. Timmy, man, he would be on it. He would call me with stuff, man. I love football, but that dude, bud, he knew everything about the NFL draft. He knew everything about it. You could ask him who won the Super Bowl in '75, and he'd know. And he wasn't even born. He just loved the game, man. He loved the football game. He didn't just love watching it, he played it. And he was damn good at it. But so that's Timmy. Timmy would be doing that. And his mother was having a rough time last night, and her and I, she started checking. She started sending me text message and showing me pictures, and she was watching the NFL draft, and it was kind of sad. It's really sad. It's not kind of. It is sad because here it is this NFL draft season, and that's what you know. Those are the times and the moments that Tim would love. Just loved it. He just loved it. In fact, the day that he got killed, he was playing Madden online and stuff. He played all his friends and stuff. All his friends from California, the kids that the guys that he was trying to. I call them kids. I'm sorry, but to me, my kids are still kids. My kids may be grown men and women, but to me, it seems kind of weird. And I've said this before, but when I hear people calling them men and women, it kind of weird because to me, they're still living. And I seen one clown got on there and posted on Facebook. I think it was Facebook. You guys talk about him like he was a little kid. Yeah, he's a little kid to us. Yeah, he was a grown man, but when I vision Timmy, I vision him on funny things that he used to do and stuff like that. Like when he would go mow lawns with me, and it's like this time of the year, it's NFL draft. He was all the time calling home to check out who was getting in the who was up to get drafted and what place they came in and what team they went to. He just got into that, man. He just got into it so that was in his blood, man. It was in his DNA, and he just loved that game. He loves that game. He loved basketball too. Loved basketball. The Golden State, no, uh, Los Angeles Lakers. And I could never understand why he liked the Lakers, but he just liked the Lakers. He started liking the Lakers when he was like in fourth grade, you know, and he'd never been to LA at that point. And so that was uh that was the thing, and this is why I wanted to get on here. Yeah, the NFL draft last night. He was on there. Timmy would have been glued to that. Sports Center, NFL draft. Yeah, yeah, he would have been. Timmy would have been on it. I wish you were too, Juan, a movie maker. We need to find us one because we could make a movie about this, a documentary or something like that. You know, but there are people out there that have this equipment that we're talking about right now. Uh, there are people who have it, and I'm kind of friends with them. I kind of met some of them before I came over here to this YouTube channel. I was on a path to where I was getting into some of those people, and you guys have heard them, Black Coat Media. Uh, they're friends of mine. I mean, well, I talked to that guy Carlos, but I didn't talk to him very much because when I was getting in to be friends with him, I had no information really, except for what I dug up. Me and Tommy, we went to work on this September 5th, the day after. Well, actually, we started before, but it was nighttime when we heard about it. So September 5th, that morning, we were boots on the ground trying to figure out, trying to get to the bottom of this. And we thought, these cops, they were going to be on. All right, Tom, see you later. And we thought that, we're naive to the way the police operate. You know, very naive. All right, everybody's cutting out, man. Must may not be talking about good stuff, huh? Oh yeah, whatever. But anyway, yeah, we're not going to show any pictures of anybody blown up or anything like that. I'm sorry that you have to leave. Bye. But anyway, so uh, I don't know a lot of Prussian, but when I was getting in close contact with those people, I was didn't have any information. I didn't have any information, and so I couldn't really talk to them very much about what was going on because I didn't really know what was really going on. Because good evening, Boisha. How you doing today? Tonight? It's 6:27 here where I'm at. So we've had some really hot days. I mean, 92 is not 90s in the 90s, 89, 90s are really not that hot. But when you go from 60-degree weather to that, it's hot. It's hot. Yesterday we were just working out there and we got about 3:30, 4 o'clock. Man, it was freaking hot. It's so hot I got a headache. And I was drinking water. I was drinking water like a fish. And so, but yeah, I just been busy, and I'm still busy. I'm I lose jobs because I can't get to them fast enough. But that's fine. Thank you. But that's fine. And you know what? Because this right now, this season's going to go all the way up till freaking December. And so, I'm in business to help people out. And it's just like I was being a job at a church the other day. Went there and just to look at the irrigation system. Ended up installing two little timers for DC timers. If you've ever doing irrigation work, a DC timer is a timer that sits on top of the valve and there's no electricity and there's no wires ran to it. It runs off batteries, and they're pretty good batteries. They last for a long time. And so a gal bought a couple of those. They're called nodes. And so as I was standing there and then we were talking, I just hooked them up for her real quick. There were just two of them. It took me like a whole couple minutes. And then I give the bid job bid, and then she didn't really want to finagle me. It's like, well, I always kind of stick it up there. It's like, okay, well, I hooked up them two valves, so if you don't take my bid, you owe me the $50 for installing the valves. But since she took my bid, then I waived it and added some more stuff because I'm in business to help people out. And especially somebody who's out of church and teaching, love and peace and Jesus. Yeah, I'll help them out. I can't do it for free, but chicken tender eggs. Oh yeah, on the next city council meeting on the 13th. Yeah, we're gonna be there. We people just start commenting on Westminster YT page. Yeah, we need people to go on the YT page. See, and that's another thing that I wanted to talk about being on here on these YT channels. Don't. Hey, John, how you doing? Anyway, I want to say this before I forget what I'm going to say. Is if you come on my YT page or Regan's or even Justice for Jamie, uh, let us know you're on there. Don't don't just hide behind things and try to get. I don't know. Kind of weird if you don't. You know, if you walk in a room and you don't say hi to someone, it's kind of rude. I was raised that to where you walk in a room, you say hi to people. I mean, you don't have to stand there and get in a conversation with them, but hi, we're here. You know, we're checking it out. And if you don't like it, bye. We'll see you later. You know what I mean? That's the way I was raised. Man, in my grandparents' house, if you came over there and you walked in my grandma and grandpa's house and they were in there having one of their friends that came over and visited, and you didn't walk in there and say hi, my grandpa will knock you out. You have to be respectful, and that's the thing about this is like when you go on these Westminster pages, like Regan had just asked for people to comment on them, comment on them. You know, we don't know. I don't know that you're on here if you don't say hi. You know, all the people, Boisha, you know, Ed, you know, John, you guys always come on and you always say, hey, Juan, you do too. You always come on, you always say hi. And you know what? And that makes it better. You know, it makes you want to get on here, you know, because right now, you know, I don't have 1,000, I think it's 1,000 subscribers. So I can't YT from my phone anymore. So I have to make videos, which is cool. But I'm so busy right now and I have my brother working with me. And, you know, he's got things that he's doing. So I can't really just take time out of the day and stop and do, you know, do a video, you know, he gets mad when I answer the phone, you know, because it's getting hot. He knows how it's hot getting here, getting hot. And we work out in the sun and we leave early too. We've been leaving like 7:30 and still, you know, we just get caught up. You know, the other day we left here 7:30 and ended up, you know, really going really good. And then we get a couple job bids during the middle of the day and you swing by and there's an hour out of your lunch because now you have to go talk to these people about possible work and stuff like that. So, you know, uh, we're not government like the MID here that runs around and charges you whatever the heck they want because they can because they're the government. I'd like to figure out how I could stop paying Social Security and put that money that I'm paying for Social Security into my 401k where it should go, not to them. Because if I die, then all that money I've made is just gone, you know. And I've been paying in Social Security probably since I don't know all the way back to I was probably 14. So I made a lot of money in there, and I was thinking about that the other day. I was thinking, you know, I paid into this free fruit, man, and if I was to drop dead tomorrow, it would just go on to the next person. So there's things that I've mentioned on here before, and I kind of wanted to ask some questions. Is what are you guys' thoughts on these Westminster Police Department? You'd you'd seen the video that Regan did when she went in and handed out the buttons. So does anybody have any thoughts on that and how Chris Engelberg? I mean, why don't we call him Chris Engelberg? Louis Engelberg. He was at the glass. Does anybody have any thoughts on that? I just wanted to leave it open and see if anybody has any thoughts about that. Nobody has any thoughts on that. Anything that we've been saying, anything that I've been saying, or anything that I've been doing. I mean, I mean, we're here for a conversation. You know, believe it or not, can input is awesome. Awesome. I think their training is messed up too, Choppa. I think they could be educated and trained a lot better. I think they just give them guns and give them a crash course on. I don't know. Doesn't seem like they train them to negotiate anything. right? I always thought, good. Well, I'm learning, Regan, about limited government, and I always kind of thought that one day that the people were going to overthrow the government and say, "The hell with you guys." We're not going to pay you guys any more money because you guys don't know what you're doing. You know, I mean, my grandfather worked his ass off all his life, you know, and he retired probably 64, 65, and paid into Social Security and all that stuff, and he worked all his life, and then he got cancer and died, and my grandmother was able to collect a little bit of it, but then she got sick and died. So we're only talking like 6, 7 years, maybe 10, but they paid in for like 50. I mean, so that money's just gone. Same with your Social Security and my Social Security. But we don't have a choice. We don't have a choice. Yep. I want to hear your thoughts. Probably don't want to hear some of them, but no, I do. I do. I mean, because I pay Social Security and you guys all pay Social Security too. And some of you may even be drawing it right now and you already know. You know, you don't have a choice. So this America free is really not free. You know, we really don't have freedom like they say we do. Yeah, we can freedom of speech sometimes, some places. Not Westminster. In Westminster, Colorado, they kill you. The majority of the people want juicy drama, or they're not interested in hanging out for the combo here. Sad. Well, yeah. So, what you think they want me to just go and kill cops? Do they want me to go, you know, post pictures of my son blown apart on here? I really don't care if they don't come on here because if they don't want to come on here and they don't want to see this, that's why it's called the channel. You know, right? I heard somebody told me once that it made them sick, but and I told them, well, what you're hearing is making you sick, then change the channel. Um, we can't. I don't want to be on here and post pictures of my son all blown apart. I haven't even seen any pictures of it. I'm not going to look at pictures of my son. I would be a sick individual. Yeah. Out of control spending. It is. Yeah, our government is just it's sad the way it's shaped up. It really is. I mean, they talk right now. Gas here in Modesto is 4.22 a gallon, and that's for unleaded. If you if you put premium in your car, I know you're here, Ed. You're always here, Ed, and I appreciate that. We're not talking about. I'm not talking about you guys that are on here right now, Boisha, John, and Ed, and I'm talking about people that pop up. Like even my son Tommy just popped up on here a while ago. Him with Eric. You know, I don't get into Eric. I'm not into him. I saw he was over in Oklahoma, man. He ran from guys chasing him. You want to stand out in the street, pounding around, and act like you're tough. And when somebody jumps in your face, you better be able to back your shit up. You know what I mean? I mean, sorry, but that's where I was raised. I mean, you want to act like you're tough and pump your chest out there like you're a badass, but then when somebody gets in your face, what are you gonna do? Be like you're gonna be like Engelberg and them guys will pull out your guns and blow people away? I mean, Is that what kind of person you are? Then maybe you shouldn't be a cop. You know. And I'm not trying to talk bad about it. I don't even know the dude. I just know that I'm not into that. I'm not into that. You know. And in this case is we're seeking legal help. We are. We're waiting, and that's what's driving me nuts. You know, waiting to the legal help part. That's the hardest part because there's things that I know, there's things that Regan knows, and there's a lot of stuff that we can't just show you. And the stuff that if we were to show you, it would totally blow your mind. I appreciate every one of you that are on here. John, Regan, Ed, Dave, Boisha. I'm just catching your names as I'm going through the because I see your names all the time on here, all the time. And you know, and if I do a live stream, I mean I call them live stream. I still call them live stream. If I do a recording and put it up on there, just let me know that you've seen it or whatever. And if you have questions, just ask. And I tried to go back. I can't. I haven't figured out how to go back on my phone and answer questions. I have to come on my computer here and do it. But I will answer any question you ask. If I can't, I'll just tell you I don't know. Uh, but it's like I was saying, there's so much that we know that we that Regan's uncovered. It's not me. Okay, you leaving, John? I wanted to ask John. By the way, how are you doing? Did you leave already? Yeah, I know who's usually here, John. Okay, John. Take care. I was going to ask you how you were doing. You were not feeling too well last time I talked to you, and I've been praying for you, John. I like to, if I pray for somebody, I like to get an update on how they're doing. It's pretty cool. One time, you probably don't want to hear this, but I prayed for somebody one time in a hospital, and the doctor had said that they were going to die. And in fact, the doctor came out and said it was a friend of mine. She had a bad liver failure, and so the doctor said, "Well, you need to call the family, blah blah, get them here." So I was standing in the hallway, and the family came, and I didn't know the family of the friend that was in the hospital. And so I was standing out in the hall, man. I started praying for that person, and I saw, I had a vision, and this is true, honest to God truth, man. I saw a hand, but not like yours and my hand, but I had a vision of a hand move across that person's body. That person was dying, dead, pretty much dead. That liver was gone. And the next day, that person was healed. So I believe, I know the power of prayer. And so, like, if I pray for somebody, I like to kind of get an update on. I like to see what's going on. I don't have a gift healing. Don't. I'm not gonna go try to make money doing it or anything like that. I don't have that gift. All right, I don't. But I just wanted to share that with you. But I do get real upset about stuff, and I just thought I needed to do a live thing with you guys tonight to let you know what I've been doing. I've been really busy, super busy, so busy that I was doing it by myself. And yesterday, as I got done with the last yard that I was mowing, I'm sitting there and I'm watching my brother as he runs through there with that weed, man, and I'm like, I'm so glad. I'm so glad he's helping me. I told him too. I said, man, I am really glad, dude, because I hurt right now. My body hurts. I don't know, man. This just this work is getting harder. Yeah, this is Regan has done a lot. Her and her husband both. They, for me, they have looked at the disc. I call it a disc. It's this flash drive. It's a Discovery flash drive. I'm not going to turn it on. I'm not going to plug it in and look at it. I made that choice to where I trust what Regan tells me. I trust it. And she's not going to lie to me. I mean, she get mad if I don't tell her things that I need to tell her. So her and I, we've got that, down. It's like, and sometimes I feel kind of weird. It's like calling her and telling her, okay, but she won't say no. So, and I told her I'd be honest with her, and I've always been honest with her. Everything I've given her since I think I started talking to you in January. Yeah, it was January. It was around the second part week of January. I started talking to her, and I started sending her text messages, and we were talking back and forth about this case. And she, I remember her, telling me stuff about it, and like things like, well, it's not unusual for somebody to come to Colorado who has a drug problem and try to get clean. True. It's not unusual for anybody to move any state that has a drug problem and try to get clean. And Timmy didn't have a drug problem, and that's another thing. Timmy didn't really have a drug problem. He liked to party. He was a 27-year-old guy, single, good looking. Man, when me and him would walk in the store, the little girls his age and younger, man, they just looked at even women older than him. Timmy's a good looking guy. He is. I'd say so myself. And that's not just because he's my son. He's a good looking guy. He's a good looking guy. And but and he knew it. For Christmas a year ago, what was it? It was like a year ago Christmas. Lenice's mom came from Oklahoma to visit with us, and Timmy was living here with us, and he was getting ready to go out and party one night, and he was on. It wasn't, no, it's not. He was getting ready to go out the door. I don't know where he was going, and he had on this cologne, and he walked by Lenice's mom, and she goes, "Ooh, boy, you smell pretty." And she asked him. She said, "What's the name of that cologne? Because I want to get it for my boyfriend." And he said, "It's called Panty Dropper." That's exactly what. That's how Timmy was, and Timmy is. That's how he is. He just real quick with things, and so he didn't have a drug problem. He liked to get high. He liked to drink a beer. And, he liked to party. Man, he was young. He was young. He has a whole life ahead of him. And that day over there, they failed him, and you guys all know about it. We talked about it a whole bunch of times. And I kind of feel like sometimes that sound like a recording. And sorry if I do. Don't mean to. So, does anybody have any questions about anything? He was normal, Dave. Yeah, he was a normal young guy. Doing that same stuff. And see, and that's another thing. I did cocaine. I used to do crank when I was. We're talking like 30 some odd years ago. Before Timmy was born. I did a lot of drugs and stuff. I was an IV drug user. But I've been clean and sober for, might as well say 27 years, 30, 28 years. And I did cocaine. And me and my brother, we were just talking about this the other day. Cocaine don't make you trip out. Don't make you trip out. You know what I mean? So see, that's what makes me think. Okay, Timmy smoked weed. All right, he smoked weed. He smoked weed here right before he moved. He's trying to get me to smoke some weed because my back was hurting, and he had this weed that he got from the dispensary over here, and he's trying to tell me, "Hey, don't get you high, Dad. Don't get you high, Dad." And I said, "I don't want that shit. Get that out of here." Finally, to make him shut up, I took a hit off of it, and it didn't get me high, but it really helped my back. So see, that tox report that I'm saying, they didn't do a tox report. They couldn't have, because they only listed that cocaine and nicotine was in his blood. There was no marijuana, no THC in his blood. And I know he smoked weed. And everybody's known that marijuana stays in your system for up to 90 days, 30 days, 90 days. And Timmy smoked weed, but yet they didn't find that in his blood. So that tells me they did not do a full tox. Yeah, so see, they didn't do so that makes me, and now after read and then after all this discovery stuff and this decision letter that I have here and all this stuff, what would make me think that they did a full tox report? Then, what about that? Anybody got any thoughts on that? You're not going to say anything that's going to offend me. Nothing is going to offend me. They just killed my kid. That's the most offensive thing that could happen to me in this world. You know, that's the most expensive thing that could happen to any parent is kill your kid. So whatever you're gonna say, it's not gonna hurt me. And we're on here. This is therapy for me, kind of. I need it now and then, you know. So I just wanted. So what would make you think the same thing? Do you think they ran a tox report on him, a good one? I mean, isn't a tox report supposed to be see what all's in the blood, not just certain things? They knew he was on cocaine because he told them, right? I'm trying to see if anybody's going to respond. Yeah, finding solutions to these problems. Yeah, I'm reading Dave's question way up there, so I didn't see it. He says, "I'm interested in finding solutions to these problems. Listening is a start. I Listening is a start. Action is a better way, I think. And well, it's time to take some action now." Okay, let me write that down. Let me write your email address down. EddieMoney at AOL.com. Well, that's easy. I don't even have to write that down. Ed Money. Aren't you the one that's in Colorado Springs, Ed? I have an AOL account. It's I've had it since gosh. I can't even get in there. So if anybody it's on my Facebook, so if somebody sends me something through Facebook and goes to email, it goes to AOL, and I can't get into it. Yeah, Colorado Springs. My brother's going to be there next month. He's going to a graduation there. You'd survive, Regan. Somebody breaks your kid, you'll survive. Yeah, I believe that we needed a second tox report. But Rav Regan, if uh, somebody messes with your kids, you fly off the handle. You will survive, and that's a hard thing right there. My brother one time tried to get on Tommy, and I grabbed my brother by the throat and slammed him into my trailer. Told him, "Duke here, dude. You can talk shit to me or my to me, but you don't talk shit to my kid ever." You know what? I think you're right. And not just send them to a cop prison. Put them in general population, just like with all the guys that they lied and covered up about. Yeah, put them in general population. Don't send them to a prison that's all cops for cops that break the law because they do that. You know, my brother, he's been in and out of prison since he was 14, and you know, should write what down, Regan? Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, we're old farts. The AOL wasn't that like one of the first internet things to go out? You remember when you had to get on the dial-up like that? Yeah. Everybody was afraid of the internet. Remember everyone was going to be what worried that it was called charter pipeline. It was going to be the pipeline to the internet. Yeah, they are going to get held accountable, Dave. If we have to go out in front of their house, and I already have their addresses. Shouldn't have said that. They are going to get. We're trying to do some legal stuff right now. It's looking pretty good though. It really is. It really is. Legally, it's looking good. I really have a good feeling about it. I mean, it's no secret. I mean, they know that we have attorneys looking into this case, and these attorneys have been going through this case tooth by tooth, hair by hair, and they're trying to track down stuff. But here's the problem: Regan pointed it out when she went down to Westminster that day and got that picture of Louis Engelberg uh, at the glass right there. He's the guy giving out the report. So, do you really think he's going to give you the original? Oh, I already have it, Regan. I have that. It's Courtyard Lawn at AOL.com. I have the password to it, but I can't get into it. But I don't. What I don't remember is the personal information that I used to set it up. You know how when you set up your email account, you have like the phone number that's associated with that and stuff like that. I don't have all that information anymore because it's been years. So I've been with Yahoo, and then just now recently, within the last year, I've got a Google account. But I tried to get in there with my password, and it wouldn't let me out. It locked me out because, and then you can't call that number because that number that just rings. You ever tried to call Yahoo? You'll never get through Yahoo. Uh, and AOL is probably the same. I didn't try to call that number, but I don't know the phone number that's associated with it. I don't know the personal information that they asked me to get into it. I mean, because I've never used it anymore. I just, you know, one time I got on there and there was like 4,000 emails, and I just deleted them all because none of my business goes there anymore. Okay, yeah. Well, I didn't want to get on here and take up a whole bunch of people's time anyway, and I think I just wanted to get on here and kind of talk about stuff and throw some stuff out there, and I kind of wanted to do like a Q&A, you know, kind of like get your guys' feedback in what you really. Thank you, Ed. I feel better. I feel good. I'm kind of getting better. Uh, I mean, I'm sad. Don't get me wrong. I'm always going to be sad for my son. I always will. I will. I'm never gonna ever be. I don't know. I'm ever gonna get over that. Thank you, Boisha. Boisha. I hope I say your name right. I know you can't tell me, but I feel better. I feel good. I work all the time. I'm I'm sad. Don't get me wrong. I'm always going to be sad for my son. Yeah, Engelberg was at the front desk, but do you really think he's going to give you the report? He was the one who was telling you that every time somebody did something to it, they had to charge more money to it, right? So now they got this report probably up there about $500-600 by now. And that's another crazy thing. They should be giving that out free, right? Don't you think they should give out a report? It's public information. It's not under investigation anymore. Don't you think they should be giving that out for free instead of charging people? They make enough money. I haven't emailed anybody tonight. Hmm. Yeah, we should do that. We should do a schedule a Q and A, and then because I want to get your guys' feedback too about what you think, what your thoughts are. I cherish them. Sounds good. Yeah. Well, when would be a good time? Is it have to be in the evenings for me? And I'm really glad that Regan got on here because Eric was here, Regan, when you got here. He came on, and Tommy was with him. And then when he left, Tommy left. Yeah. So, well, I'm gonna get off of here tonight, guys. I just wanted to come back on here because I told you last weekend that I might do it. Oh, okay. I thought he was. Okay. But anyway, so I'm gonna get off of here. And I promise we'll get back on here and we'll schedule a Q&A and we'll write down some questions and answers and we can go over some things. And if you want to email me, uh, all you that are in here, you can email me. It's joeyhenley@gmail.com. Well, you got it right off of here, right? Uh, I'm not real good at, I can't write it all here. Maybe I can. Maybe I can too. There, joeyhenley@gmail. There's everybody got that. If you want to email me, you can do that, or you can go to Joey Henley, capital J, Joey Hen. I mean, oh no, sorry, it's not that. That's told. See, I messed up. It's Courtyard Lawn Care. Here we go. There, Courtyard Lawn Care at yahoo.com. Courtyard Lawn Care, not court. Yeah, not courtyard. But so if you want to email me, you can. If you email me to the courtyard lawn care at gmail.com, I get it on my phone. I don't know how I'm going to be able to. I don't know if I'll be able to answer it too much during the day, because usually I leave my phone in the truck during the day, and that's what and I've been really super busy, and I'm going to be super busy again. I'm going to be super busy during the day for probably till all the way up till January. You know what I mean? So anyway, hey, I just wanted to help you focus on the channel and your messages. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. But I want to get off here. I didn't realize I've been on here an hour and 2 minutes. I didn't plan on getting on here that long. Sorry. Uh, but hey, thank you guys for coming out and supporting Justice for Timmy. This is where you're going to get all the true facts right here, just from either Regan or me. And so, you know, there's just some other things that are going on behind the scenes that I don't want to talk about right now on here. And it's not nothing to do about you guys at all. Don't worry about that. It's something to do with something else. You know. So hey, thank you, and I will get back to you again, real quick. I'm not going to wait a whole week and a half to 2 weeks to be able to talk to you anymore, because new information comes to me at all the times, and when I get this information, I want to talk about it. But the things I like to talk about is the things that we've already talked about, like the kid that, the statement of the kid that, when Timmy was supposedly broke into this house and the cops shot Timmy and left him there laying on the ground, and how the kid walks by Timmy and says, "That's not the guy that was in my house." And then where's the statement at from that kid again? How come nobody's came up here? Okay, so thank you guys for coming on here, and you guys have a beautiful weekend. And I love you guys. All right, thank you much.